Well, first, let us do due diligence here and acknowledge that this just totally sucks. Okay, there's just no great way to take a look at this because the humans have need for the sleep. We don't. We have no use for it whatsoever. But the humans, they do. It is part of a settling. It is part of a regeneration. It is part of a nervous system requirement. And so we acknowledge, dear one, we acknowledge it totally sucks. And anything that totally sucks creates an energy of apprehension, of course, because one never knows when it's going to be a good night or a bad night. One never knows if sleep is going to be elusive or if it is going to be generous. And so we are just acknowledging that as well, that some part of this, and yes, that's a word, has to do with the anticipation of the suckiness, and not as much as to whether it will be experienced or not. So if you want to spend your energy, time, and resources in a particular direction more so than any other, it would be in the expectation, the apprehension, catapulting oneself forward into the future what ifness. That would be time well spent to disentangle from that, to create new practices around that, so that you are not spending quite so much time in the energy of that. We are certainly not blaming you for the situation, the circumstance, the diagnosis, the experience. No, none of it. You are not to blame. But we just want to acknowledge that you are also adding ingredients to the recipe, and it is making quite a big mixture, of course. Okay, now if we can take a big step back here and just hover above all of this, as we've acknowledged the difficulty, the challenge, the suckiness of it, we want to hover above and say, you don't need as much sleep as you think you do. We pause for effect. Yes, that is true, dear one. There are so many like you who are on the planet right now, magnificent souls, powerful souls, big souls, here to unfold big journeys. And some of that can only happen through the lack of sleep. We recognize that we may be, what's that word? Contradicting ourselves in what we have said earlier, but we want you to play with this just for a little bit, just for a short while, see where it lands, see what you can make of it. But what if you are not meant to have as much sleep as you believe, or as you've been told, or as you have enjoyed in the past? What if, just play, remember, we're inviting you to play here. What if you do not need that? Not only do you not need that, but it is a better use of your time to use your waking time in the creation of that which is going to heal all of humanity and all life for all time. Yeah, you see, you're going to need some time for that. We use the term time loosely and lightly because, of course, it is a concept made by the humans, but we are using it because you adhere to it, because you measure things by it, because you feel it, experience it, believe in it, etc. And so we are here to say, let us, with you, create together the ways you will be spending your waking hours. So when you are finding that sleep is elusive, when you are finding that it is not generous in its visitation with you, when you are finding that there is something more going on, something beyond, that perhaps doesn't have a direct treatment that will address the issue, for it is perhaps not really the issue. What if you were to go on about your magnificent creations with regards to the healing and the learning and the sharing and the generosity and the power of your purpose here in this lifetime, to reach as many as possible, to offer what you know is your soul's purpose, gifts, and extensions to offer. Yes, this is what we would like for you to contemplate in a very light way. Do not put pressure on yourself. Do not put expectation on yourself. Rather, be in the energetic exchange with us, for we will show you what is possible. We will show you what lies beyond this elusive state of sleep. We will show you that you can indeed be replenished even when you are not able to measure the hours in the ways you used to as full replenishment. It is different indeed, but we promise you are perfectly suited for it.